Now, apparently, Godzilla Kong Supernova has finished filming. So I guess that means we'll probably be getting that movie sometime early next year. Now, this is honestly gonna be a really interesting movie. If some of the rumors about it is true. Now, from the title, a lot of people are speculating that Godzilla Kong Supernova is basically gonna be the introduction of Space Godzilla into the monsterverse. Yeah, it's basically another Godzilla. Now, Space Godzilla is apparently a Godzilla that absorbed all the radiation from a star, and then it grew a bunch of crystals on its back, and it became super powerful. Now, how did Space Godzilla get to space? I don't know. Now, we're not sure if that's actually gonna be the origins of Space Godzilla. Maybe it's a Godzilla that's been in the Hollow Earth and it's been sleeping, absorbing all the Hollow Earth radiation. But I'm hoping that it's gonna be the one that went into space and ate a star. Because, I mean, that would be more interesting. It would be the second monster we got in the MonsterVerse that came from the came from the stars technically. The first one was King Ghidorah, and King Ghidorah's gone. And Godzilla that's supercharged, heading towards Earth, looking to conquer it or maybe destroy it, depending on what the story is. That would be interesting. Basically, Godzilla would be forced to fight against a potentially much stronger version of himself. So it's basically going to be Godzilla versus Godzilla, plus Kong. I'm not really sure what Kong's going to be able to do there. I mean, Godzilla's atomic breath, that's always going to be a problem. Even Kong's axe, we know what happened when Godzilla and Kong ended up fighting in Godzilla vs. Kong. So this will be an interesting movie. Now, at this point in the MonsterVerse, we've seen Godzilla and Kong fight monsters and beat them. And it's starting to feel a bit repetitive. And we really need to change things up a bit to keep the franchise a little more interesting. Now, one way to do that is to bring in all the monsters that Godzilla now have under his command to fight Space Godzilla. But I feel like this might not be the movie to do it. That feels like a final movie of a franchise type of thing. And there's already another monster that I heard about that's potentially gonna be the main antagonist for that movie, and that Godzilla's gonna need the help of all the other kaiju. Is it called kaiju? Anyway, all the other monsters in the MonsterVerse. So we need something to make this movie interesting, and I'm hoping people might not like hearing this, but I'm honestly hoping that Godzilla might die at the end of this movie. I mean, that feels like something really big, a big event happening. I mean, nobody really imagines Godzilla ever dying in any of these movies. They're always expecting Godzilla to get some sort of power up and beating the bad guy, the bad monster. But it is getting repetitive. I mean, the last movie went as far as we could honestly go, with Godzilla just fighting monsters. The last movie, Godzilla and Kong teamed up to beat another Godzilla-like monster and a Kong-like monster. And the movie before that, Godzilla and Kong fought each other and then teamed up together to beat a robot version of Godzilla. Now, so basically they already done all the interesting different things they could do with the franchise so far. And Godzilla just fighting another monster and just beating it won't be as exciting, I feel. Especially since we already saw one space monster, King Ghidorah, show up and Godzilla beat it. So another space monster might not have the same impact if it's the same story. Godzilla just getting another power up and beating it with the help of Kong. So I feel like if Godzilla dies at the end of this movie, this could be potentially be a fantastic movie. I mean, with either Godzilla dying, defeating Space Godzilla, which is probably be better. I mean, if Godzilla dies and Space Godzilla is still around, then everyone's cooked. Nobody's surviving. Everyone's going down. But yeah, it feels like something interesting needs to happen in this movie. Now, another way Godzilla could beat Space Godzilla is obviously with the help of Shimo. I mean, Shimo can freeze Space Godzilla. Now, even though it's not confirmed in the MonsterVerse, we kind of know that Shimo's the one who froze King Ghidorah while it was just standing. I mean, we can see that from the patterns in which King Ghidorah was frozen. But yeah, that would be a bit boring. I mean, more monsters teaming up and just fighting. I don't know. So yeah, that would be a good way to end the movie, and it would be a big cliffhanger on what would happen after Godzilla dies and whether or not, and when another huge monster shows up, who's gonna fight it. It would be interesting to see what happens after Godzilla's death. And it doesn't even have to be a permanent death. It could be like a Superman thing. And at the end of Superman dies, but technically he doesn't die, and he gets revived revived by the Justice League. So we could have that kind of thing with Godzilla just coming back to life by absorbing radiation later on or something, as a different form of Godzilla or something. I mean, this is a world where giant monsters exist, or ones with atomic breath, so that's not really far-fetched thing about. But yeah, that would be an interesting way to move the franchise forward and build up a plot. I mean, so far these movies don't have much of a plot. Just monsters beating each other, and monsters teaming up and beating each other, and monsters teaming up and beating each other again. So yeah, I'm hoping we're gonna get a different story in Godzilla Kong Supernova, but let's wait and see.